In this video, I want to do a Math 103 CRN 1846 course tour of the Blackboard site for our course. There's a lot of information posted to the Blackboard page, and I want to show you how to find everything that you might need to know about the course. When you first log into my Math 103 Blackboard site, you will get dumped into this welcome window, and this is kind of the starting point for the course. And anytime you might get lost in the course organization, you can click on the welcome button here at the top of the menu, and it'll bring you right back to this welcome page. The welcome page has a copy of our textbook's cover on it to make it easy to identify. There's also a link to a video which gives you some information about what this course is about, as well as this course tour video. Down at the bottom of the welcome page, there are links to the most important folders on the main course menu. This is where all of the assignments are going to be located. And I want to talk about each one of those folders for just a few minutes. The Start Here folder is self-explanatory. These are activities that I want you to complete before you come to class on February the 3rd. That's why their due dates are February the 2nd at 11:59 p.m. These assignments will teach you skills that you need in order to complete the assignments that you're responsible for over the course of the semester. The very first one, of course, is reading the syllabus, and there is a short syllabus quiz based on that. The quiz is untimed, and I encourage you, if you're stumped on a question, to go back and reread the syllabus. The next thing is just posting something to the introductions discussion board, because we will be using the discussion boards pretty heavily. I would like you to send me some email. And the final homework is a homework that is designed to teach you how to scan handwritten mathematical writing as a PDF and then turn it in to Blackboard. That gives you the freedom to handwrite what I'm going to be calling the reaction posts. So let's go back to the welcome page. The next three sets of folders are all tied together because they are essentially what you're going to be doing in class each day. You're going to have assignments for getting ready for class. There will be assignments that will take place in class, and then there will be assignments that you will do after class, which are the daily homework assignments. Essentially, I am using a flip the classroom pedagogy, which means I am not lecturing much inside the actual classroom. What I'm going to have you do most of the time is spend some time getting ready for class, doing reading assignments, and then in class, you're going to be working on problems, because you learn mathematics by doing mathematics, not by watching somebody do mathematics. So if I look at the Get Ready for Class folders, there will be one for each class day. Typically, these will be released once a week, so that's why there's only one for the week one. The February 3rd Get Ready for Class folder has a number of activities that I want you to do before you come to class on February the 3rd. Obviously, I want you to complete the Start Here assignments, but the rest of this is short reading assignments followed by some exercises that I want you to do. You need to take notes when you're doing the reading. Take notes about what's confusing you. Take notes about what makes sense. As the semester goes along, I may add some video assignments to these Prepare for Class assignments. And if there are video assignments, you should be taking notes on the videos. You should definitely bring your solutions to the exercises with you. And if you get stumped, it's well worth either shooting me an email or posting something on one of the forums saying that you're having trouble with something. So that's one of the things that you should be aware of. Now, if we go back to the welcome page, The in-class activity folders will typically appear in Blackboard just after class is over. And they contain a synopsis of what we did, plus the lab, which is what I'm calling the in-class activity, plus any other handouts that I might have distributed that day. The lab is nothing more than a set of problems for you and a small group to solve together. Now, everybody will turn in their own work, but I want you working on these problems together. So everybody in your group should have solutions that look very similar to each other. And these are problems that are based on the Get Ready for Class assignment. So if you didn't do the Get Ready for Class assignment, you probably are going to find the in-class lab next to impossible to do. So it's important to realize that instead of listening to me lecture, you will be actively working on problems when you're in class. After class each day, there will also be a daily homeworks assignment. And this too will typically pop up just after class is over. And the daily homework will usually consist of a list of problems that I want you to do on paper in a notebook for yourself. These are ungraded problems, but they are practice problems, and they are important to do in order to get you ready for the tests, the midterm and the final. I will give you keys to all of the problems that I assign as practice problems, and these keys are full keys. They show you the full solution. They are handwritten in my ugly handwriting, and I'm not going to show you what that looks like. You can poke around and click on that yourself. So that's what the 3 daily kinds of things that you're going to be looking at every single class day are. A Get Ready for Class assignment, what do we do in class, and then homework based on what you did in class. The reaction posts are a very atypical assignment for a math class. Each week, I'm going to ask you to write what I'm calling a reaction paper. And the instructions are fairly detailed, but you'll get used to them. Essentially, what I want you to do is react to the mathematics that you're learning. The main thing that you have to remember is that you have to talk about the mathematical ideas and the problems and the approaches to those problems, particularly the ones that were new and unfamiliar to you. Critical comments are welcome as long as the language is appropriate for academic discourse. And because you're going to be talking about mathematics, it may very well be easier to handwrite your discussion, your reaction post, rather than try and type it. Typing mathematics is not easy. The posts should be roughly 250 to 500 pages, 250 to 500 words long, which amounts to about a half a page to a page of a single space typed page. In other words, these are fairly short writing assignments. And they are due once a week. So that completes, outside of talking about the midterm and the final, the daily kind of assignments and the weekly kind of assignments that you're going to be looking at in this class. To briefly finish up our tour, we're going to look at the menu for the class. The top of the menu is the welcome button, which takes you back to the main welcome thing. Then there's information about the course itself, who I am, where my office is, what my office hours are. There's a link to the syllabus. There's a link to all of the course policies. There's a link to the About Mathematics website that has these things called panels. You'll learn about them during the first week of classes. Then there is all the stuff that we've just gone over, the course assignments. The class materials link has a PDF of Chapter 1 because the bookstore was late in getting the books ordered. It's got links to the answer keys, and it's got a list of all of the in-class labs as we do them. Right now, the only lab that is there, oh, there aren't any there because I haven't yet gotten it there. They will appear there. Communication grades is self-explanatory. I do use announcements. I typically email the announcements at the time I make them, but it's useful to have this on the menu in case you need to look at them again. The last chunks of the menu are a bunch of campus resources, including information about the free on-campus tutoring site, which is the Math Center located in the library, and then policies that are important for undergraduates, including the academic misconduct policy, as well as the handbook of all student policies. I encourage you to log in and start poking around this website and getting used to it, and that ends our tour.